As a parent or as a teacher, we should not be expecting too much from our kids or from our students when they are learning. So, when they are growing and when they are learning from the books, from the teachers, from the internet, they are trying to figure out what is there as concept, as logic, as problem, and they have to solve. So, when they are actually struggling learning things, new things, so at that time, yes, we have to support definitely, and we all are supporting. But what I have observed, maybe there are parents who try to actually assess their kids with some questions, or any person who see the kids and they ask, tell me about that, just tell me, answer this question, solve this problem. Okay, we can definitely do it, but we have to be very much sensitive what we are asking, why we are asking, when we are asking. It is not a very casual thing. For you it is a question, for you it is like a time pass, for you it is like a very like a random thing to do. You have nothing to do, so when you get a kid and you just start asking questions, so we you have to be very much sensitive what is going on at that time, what is going on in the kid's mind, in the student's mind. And you have to read it, you have to read that person. So it is like we all have to help the student, we all have to help the all have to help the kid, so that that person, that kid, he or she, go to the next level of learning, like learn something and go to the next level, and again learn and go to the next level. Because the entire community is for supporting that kid, and helping the kid to go to the destination. What is the destination nowadays? Actually cracking the job and becoming financially capable is challenging. Why it is challenging? Because there are lot of people having degrees, and how to actually filter them. That's why less number of vacancies, but huge number of applicants. So now industries, they are trying to filter it out, and they are trying to find out the kids or students with greater skill set. So we have to help our kids or students to develop skills every day, every moment. So whenever, it is my proposal, it is my kind of a suggestion or proposal from my own understanding, experience. Maybe I may be wrong, you may differ with my idea or observations, that if we really want that student grow, then instead of asking some question, why don't we try to assess the student? What is your condition, what you are struggling with? Would you like to actually share something with me? Then that kid will actually find somebody supporting, find somebody actually like extending the hand for help. So then that person, that student will feel confident, it'll find helpful. Otherwise, all the time, the kids, they have to be in a protective zone. They always have a protection layer. Whenever some elder talk to them, always they are in a mood of questioning. And the kids, they are at the receiving end, they are always are at the end of answering the questions. Why should we develop this kind of conversation and communication in the society, at home, in the institutions? So what we have to develop, it is like it's a kind of a 360-degree development. And we have to develop a scientific method, and there are parameters we have to check that particular students with those parameters which are very important for development, growth, and developing skills. What are the different parameters we can talk about? We know KSA, we all know. And in my term, I call it triple C. KSA is knowledge, and skill, and attitude. So knowledge is the hard skill, and the practical knowledge, this is called the knowledge, and the soft skill, and again you have a life skill. And when I say triple C, it is like construct, concept, construct, communicate. The student have a theoretical understanding of things, like can solve problem on paper, understand the concept, working principle, the all the scientific phenomena, the engineering phenomena, everything that student know. Eventually from the school and up to college, that student actually understood things. Now this is called concept. The construct part is how much that person can do hands on, the practical, the hands on practices, something with their hand they can actually develop. Maybe it's a programming, maybe a developing applications, maybe other projects, mechanical, civil, electronics, or any other. Suppose in English, can they write a own poem or any novel kind of thing? Or the language proficiency, it is, if it is geography, then the geography, nowadays the specific softwares, do they know about it? Can they work on those softwares? If it is other things like history, are they very much proficient in that particular subject? So skill is very important. That is a practical skill, that is a construct. Now the last one is a communicate. When you have a concept, when you have like construction ability, develop something by your hand, that time you have to communicate. There are places, there are platforms where you have to show your skill, your knowledge. What are these places? For the student, the first they have to crack the kind of like interview, the job interview. Before that they have viva. In the institution, they have to sit in front of the teacher, they have to answer things. When outside, when they complete their graduation, they have to actually face the interview. At that time they have to prove themselves. So they are communicating. What they are communicating, what knowledge they have, that is the concept. What construction ability they have, like the hands-on practices, experiments. This is what we call the real skill. Then the communication skill will help them to communicate those two things, like first 2C, the concept and the construct. The third C will help them communicate. Until and unless you can communicate the things that you know, then you will be actually evaluated in a different way. Like people will see that you know, you don't know, there is no difference, because you are not able to communicate. If you know, you can communicate. But there are students, those who know concept. There are students, those who are working very much as practical. They have the practical knowledge, they have concept, but they cannot communicate. I meet my students and I see students have less understanding, but they have good communication skill. Students have good knowledge and practical thing, but they have less communication skill. So what we have to do, we have to work on concept, construct, and communicate. So when we meet our kids, our students, anybody in the society, I am a member of the society, elder, definitely will interact with the student. This is the fundamental thing that we all should do. We must interact with the younger generation. Otherwise there will be a generation gap, there will be communication gap, there will not be any knowledge exchange, experience exchange. And that is very much important for knowledge sharing, experience sharing. Otherwise the things will not move on, things will change, and they will not they will feel actually disconnected. So as a part of the society, we must communicate. But when we communicate with the younger generation, we must actually keep things in our mind, that we are communicating with a human being, and that human being is actually pursuing some degree, diploma, any courses, and they are in the path of getting job. So what kind of questions I should ask, what kind of things I should know from that person? It is not for my personal satisfaction I'm asking. It is not something that you want to criticize the particular students or a particular kid, your own kid or any other kid. You have to be very much sensible when you are communicating with somebody, because now I see this thing we are missing. Maybe it's a sometimes we become compulsive and we make communication of that sort. But okay, as a elderly generation, as a guardian, we must be sensitive. Why? Nowadays it is very important, if we can actually channelize our understanding, our concepts, our experiences of life, then they will get they will get benefit, and they will actually can develop their life very well. It is our duty to channelize, it is our duty to communicate things. So let us have a very good communication, let us have a very smooth communication with the younger generation. So wherever we are, and this is to the younger generation, you must communicate with the elder generation in such a way that you can understand something from them. You can actually absorb their experience by talking to them, by observing their behavior, by observing their work, because the elder generation is actually working somewhere. The guardians, they are working somewhere in the organizations, and you can get experience, real experience from them, because you do not have that experience of working in the organizations. And in future you are going to do job, you are going to work like them, and it is not far away, it is very in a near future you are going to do it. Now you are doing your graduation, after 3 4 2 3 years or 4 years 5 years you will be working. So those who are working, maybe 5 years elder than you, 3 years elder than you, yeah, 10 years elder than you, or 20 years elder than you take them as a senior, you take them as expert. If we can actually can bring these two generation together with a very good communication, with a very good bonding, very good knowledge exchange, then we can change the face of the society. We can actually change the very face of this crisis that we call the unemployment, the jobs, all these things which is actually going on. And this is a very real issue for this country, for the state, for any country in the world. Now there are so many other challenges which are actually impacting this area, and this area is again impacting other areas. When you do not have a very skillful work force, then the organizations that are there in your country, that are there in your state, in any part of the world, they will actually struggle. Suppose in my state I have organizations, I have industries or organizations and startups. The skilled people should go there and work, and they have to do their best, and they have to contribute. Then only the startup will actually grow and will develop faster. Once the startup grow faster, then they can recruit much, then so many other people will get recruited, and the problem of actually job generation, employment generation will actually take its pace, and it will increase. So what is the solution? This is the only solution, that we have to make a skillful workforce. And how can we do it? We can do it by making aware the young generation, coming generation, those who are in the school, those who are in the college, those who are already completed their graduation. So this whole generation we have to make capable, we have to make them aware, we have to make them sensitive towards job, towards activity, towards contribution, not for personal benefits only. Definitely they will help themselves, they will earn and they will spend for themselves, for their family. And when the family is stronger, economically capable, then it is actually helping the nation to grow. Because what is a nation? Nation is nothing but a collection of people, those who are agreeing on so many protocols at so many levels, and we have decided living together in a society, in a nation, will be following our constitution, and will help each other to grow. So the government, governance, society, different organizations are working day and night to actually sort those issues, to sort those shortcomings. The biggest problem for now is the unemployment, and it is there is no shortcut to that problem. See, we have started talking about the communication between the younger generation, the elder generation. Now see, it is directly related to unemployment, it is directly related to recruitment, directly related to skilled workforce. Everything is actually interconnected. If you see everything is a disconnected, now you have to work out, you have to see again. Each and everything is actually connected together. When we understand what are the different components, what are the different actually parameters or domain connected together, are they interconnected, are they interdependent or independent, then we have to bring everything on table, and we have to work out, and we have to make a plan, and we can actually solve. So what is the biggest solution? Making each and everybody capable of earning his or her own bread and butter. How it is possible in today's work? Everybody must aspire for the bigger thing in their life. How much they can make, it will depend on the time. But wherever they are, in whatever condition, are you improving every day? So now you can see as a elder generation, as a guardian or mentor, teacher, father, mother, relatives, family members, we all are there. But see, now the problem is actually already is not solved, and it is remaining. Many of the students, many of the candidates are struggling because it is not a very small problem. It is connected to so many things. The most important is the communication, what we are communicating. Are we able to actually make themselves aware? Now, as a teacher, I am a teacher, so am I very much sensitive to this issue, and what I can do, bringing the awareness in the students. We can do nothing more than that. You cannot learn. You will definitely learn and you will teach your students, but what students should learn, you cannot learn on behalf of them. The parents, you cannot learn and you cannot make yourself very much skilled on behalf of your kid. The thing is that that particular student have to be skilled. That particular student should work for himself or herself. Then only the problem will be solved. Now there should be some assessment, there should be some observation survey. What are the different kind of jobs available? What are the different type of areas where the people students can do startup? Most of the students do jobs, so you have to find out your area. Guardians, you should help them finding out the area. Otherwise, if we go traditional, in a traditional way, a very conservative way, or what happened earlier, in today's generation, if we try to apply the same formula, things may not work. I see in the guardians, there are guardians who are very much sensitive. Some of the guardians are not that much sensitive because they are not aware about the present generation issues, present generation problem. On the other side, government, other organizations, institutions, they are working day and night to bring solution to this big problem we call unemployment, we call employment generation, we call financial capabilities, economy, whatever you call. The thing is that each and every individual should be capable of earning his or her own bread and butter. We are in a family where there are 5 members, at least 2 members or 3 members must work. It is not like, oh, everybody have to work. It is a best case that everybody is working, but it depends on the family condition. It is a very very personal decision, but as a whole we can understand the money that one family should earn. They should earn a minimum amount so that they can run their family. The basic requirements they should fulfill. Is it possible? Definitely, because there are kids who are studying in any area, they can make themselves capable. Because are opportunities there in the market? Yes, definitely. So where we are lacking, again, the young generation, maybe they are not uh, clear about their future. They don't know what they have to do. They are not passionate about their career or future. They lost their passion because of so many other issues. I'm not going to that. We all know what are the different things impacting, making impact on their mind or psychology, everything. So there are challenges, obstacles. They are also in confusion. So if we can bring awareness among the children, among the students, what is the future, what they should do, then the students, they have their necessary energy, effort, their time, their intelligence, resources that the family is providing. They have this thing, particularly their intelligence and their effort and their body mind. They have a healthy body, healthy mind, intelligence, everything is there with them. So if they are clear about their future, definitely they will walk the path. What is our duty? To actually just make them aware, where is the path, what is the path. And for them, it is very very important that we sit together and we talk to them, and we just share our experiences. We try to see through their eyes what they are seeing. It's very important. Na? We have to put our feet into their shoes. So this way we can actually have a very good communication between the two generation, and we can bring solution to that big problem. Thank you.